Hello, everybody. Rob Cootie here of the MLM Solution. Welcome. It's Friday, December 18th. Can you believe it? 1 week from Christmas. It's hard to believe already. This month has flown by. I hope everybody's doing well. As you know, today is Freelance Friday, episode number 32. It's hard to believe it's number 32 already. And as you know, every day, Monday through Friday, we go live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to address topics you will not learn anyplace else. And Freelance Fridays is no different. We take deep dives into many things on Freelance Fridays, one of our most popular episodes, consistently outranking other videos. And you obviously enjoy it. So with that being said, if you will, please use hashtag #TheMLMSolution, hashtag #TheMLMSolution, to share this podcast with our fellow network marketers across the globe so they can have access to this wonderful information as well. We will be going live here very shortly, and we'll see you at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. God bless. We'll see you in a moment.
Welcome to the MLM Solution Podcast Show, where you'll learn the facts and hear the truth about the network marketing industry. Here's your host, Rob Cootie.
Hello, Miss Marie. How are you today?
Good morning, Rob. Happy Friday to you. I am doing fantastic. How about yourself?
Awesome. I'm doing well. It's hard to believe it's only a week until Christmas and really 6 days to Christmas Eve, which in most people's homes is just as festive and enjoyable and relaxing as Christmas itself.
Yep, 7 more shopping days till Christmas. The countdown is on. If you're not ready, you're running out of time.
Are you guys, the state, that part of the country, are they predicting any snow during that time?
It's a little too far out to tell just yet. A week's too far out, so could be, maybe not.
Well, I know of one, I can't remember the decade. It might have been the 80s. I can't remember. It could have been the 90s for all I know. There was, and I can't remember where I was stationed, but there was a decade where out of the 10 years, there was 3 or 4 white Christmases, and that was very enjoyable. It made the Christmas even more special. And like I always tell you, and I think you agree a little bit, if I'm going to be cold, by golly, make it pretty. Don't make me.
Well, I tell you what, when we moved here to Utah in 2002, our very first winter, that week between Christmas and New Year's, we got like 1.5 feet of snow or something like that. And if you've ever skied Utah, you know we get that light, fluffy, powdery stuff. Right. You know, we call it the greatest snow on earth. And I thought it was absolutely fantastic. And I was like, woohoo, I love snow. If it's going to be like this every winter, it's going to be fantastic. And I don't know that we've really had a snow like that since then. So I've been a little disappointed personally. I mean, we've had some good snows, but not like that much right around the holidays, which is just spectacular. Yeah.
And, you know, you would think, being in Utah, that you guys would have a consistent source of snow. That's amazing.
And, well, up in the mountains, we definitely do. And we get a fair amount because we're on the bench of a mountain. But, yeah, I'd like more personally. So.
Yeah, me too. I totally get it. I'm a snow person, no doubt. But as I get older, after a couple of days, I'm like, okay, I'm done. You know, when I was younger, I was like, hey, stick around for another week, you know, because I was out in it all the time.
And well, it's a whole different deal when you're an adult and you have to shovel it, right?
Yes. And as you get older, you don't like being cold. And I hate to admit that, but as I get older, I get a little more wimpier. And the wife says I'm a big wimp now. I'd say I'm not, but I think my opinion is biased. So anyway, all right, guys, today is Freelance Friday, episode number 32. Hard to believe it's already 32 episodes on our Freelance Friday. That tells us exactly how long Miss Marie and I have been doing this. The day-to-day shows, you kind of lose sight of how long it's been, but when you say episode number 32, that tells us 32 weeks, Miss Marie.
32 weeks. Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, 20 more weeks and we'll hit a full year together. So
No. You had to bring that up, didn't you?
Well,
oh,
network marketing, it's all about the numbers. So
yeah, there you go. Might as well apply it to the show as well, right? Well, guys, as you know, our Freelance Fridays one of our most popular video out there, and as you know, we talk about all things network marketing, and there's nothing off the table. We talk about things I guarantee you that other people cringe to hear. No, don't listen to them. Don't. They're full of crap. No. They'll do anything to keep people from learning how this business really works. You might say to yourself, well, why is that? Why would they not want us to know the truth? Well, to be honest with you, I really don't know the answer to that, but I would venture to say, and I've not heard it directly from their mouth. I've heard it in roundabout ways directly, but it wasn't directed at me, that they're afraid if you knew this information, you would not come into the industry or you would not join their business. Because once you understand how the business works, you would be able to evaluate what they're doing and say, I'm not going to join that person's business. I'm going to look for somebody else, like a Miss Marie, who knows what they're doing. But you know what, guys? It's your money. You work hard for that money. You want to use that money wisely, and you want to pick a company that's going to repay you for your effort. And you have a right to that information, and that's what we do, right, Miss Marie?
Well, absolutely. And I have to say, one of the things, I tend to be a left brain logical person. I like to have all the information so I can make an informed decision. I would just as soon not operate in the dark or operate on partial information, because then, you don't always make the best decisions. So I like having all the information. And one of the things I really enjoy about our show is we don't gloss over any of the things that maybe skew a little bit negative in the industry, or we don't avoid talking about the bad experiences or the ugly things that can pop their head up in the course of your network marketing business. You need to be prepared for those, because nothing is perfect, right? I mean, you come into a network marketing business originally and it sounds like it's easy as pie and everybody makes tons of money, and you know what they say. I mean, if it was that easy, everybody would be doing it, right? Well, it turns out it's a business. There's some hard work involved. There's time and effort that has to be expended. And we don't want to avoid those topics. We want to share how to be successful in this business, how to use it as a tool to achieve your ultimate goals and dreams. That's
right. Absolutely. And you know me, I hate cliches, but what you said a moment ago, if it's that easy, everybody would do it. It is a cliche, but also the reason I don't mind using it, because it's a truism. It's true. I mean, if everybody was making that kind of money, if there was a lot of people in the network marketing business model making that kind of money and it was that easy, everybody would be doing it for the most part. But, like anything else, hard work separates people. Fear, as I said before, fear is the great equalizer, taking extraordinary people and making them average. And I'll be honest with you, Miss Maria, a lot of people are afraid of hard work when they realize it's really not a get-rich-quick scheme. And if you want to know that it's not, just look at the number of people. If you said, hey, I can teach you how to make $1 million in the next 30 days, they say, how? And then if you're making $1 million in the next 30 days outside of inventing something the whole world needs or winning the lottery, you should run in the opposite direction when you hear somebody make a statement like that, because the only way you can make $1 million over the next 30 days, more times than not, 99.999% of the time, you're taking advantage of a large number of people to make that kind of money quickly. Making that kind of money legally and ethically and honestly takes time. And when
Absolutely. And that is one of the, I consider it, ugly aspects of this business are those people who are taking that, I call it kind of that used car salesman tactic.
Yeah.
And trying to tell people that, hey, you can make a bunch of money without spending any time, without having to contact anyone. You just, go to this website and do this, that, and the other thing and sign up and the money will magically flow in. It's like, yeah, plant a money tree in your backyard. You'll have about the same level of success.
Exactly. There it is right there. And that's a great way to end that statement. And Miss Marie, my point is when I made the previous comment is that people want to make money fast. And sometimes they don't care if you're taking advantage of other people. But when it comes to hard work, people are like, oh, no, I ain't doing that. That's a pyramid scheme. No. They want money, but they want it free or with a little effort. Once they find out they have to work, and they'll even cheat, lie, and steal if they have to sometimes. Oh, okay, you saying I'll get $1 million if I have to do that? Okay, I have no soul. I have no conscience. I'll do that, But when it comes to hard work, you want me to do what? You mean you want me to do things? No. I want you to do it for me. I have had that said.
Yeah, and that's one of those things, you mentioned a lot of people come into the business wanting to make a lot of money quickly. And a lot of people are in a position of need when, in fact, they really need to go out and get a job so that they can get paid immediately, not realizing that, there's a fair amount of time and effort that's expended here before you really start seeing that cash come in. Although, of course, we have talked about how to get your first check, and we did a whole episode on that. But I don't know if you had this experience back in the days when you were prospecting, recruiting, whatever you want to call it, but you'd get a lead list and you'd start contacting people and you found out the quality of the leads just wasn't that great. They're people looking for home-based businesses because they don't want to leave home, but they also don't want to work. They don't want to do anything. Well, what do you mean? Call people and talk to them. I don't want to do that, or I don't want to do sales was always my favorite one.
Yeah.
So
they always had an excuse, and you knew right away. And Miss Marie, we need to do an episode on people not to sign up. And what I mean more specifically, as you were talking a moment ago, is this: there are people obviously disqualify themselves right away. And one of the things they say or do that would disqualify them is, I need to make money quickly. Okay. That tells you all you need to know. And that is this, that they're hurting for money and they may have some money in the bank. Guys, you do not sign somebody up that's desperate because they need to make money quickly. Yes, we taught you how to make your first check, but $30, $15, even $100 on that first check typically is not going to make a huge difference in their life at that moment when they're desperately trying to stay above water. Okay. Like Miss Marie said, they need to get a job. Okay. And even if it's the second job, because that is a surefire way to get money to come in to your home. Okay. And they need to sell things if they have to help bring money in. Now, the reason I say that, and I'm not going to make this an episode right now, we'll do an episode down the road. The reason I say that, guys, look, even if they make $100, they may have to spend $150 to make $100. Okay. And you say, well, what are you talking about? Look, they're going to be an auto ship. Okay. Right away. Because that's part of the success formula. On top of that, they are going to have to spend a little more money on the few incidentals. You could spend $300 right away, plus the cost of joining the company and getting the kit, right, Miss Marie? And next thing you know, you spent $400 or $500 that they may not have. That may be the last $400 or $500 they have, or that may be food off the table, whatever, gas in the car. Guys, I would not sign somebody up like that, because I would tell them, so yeah, you can make money quickly in this business. I don't know if you can make, well, I'm willing to work hard. I'm willing to do this and that. Now, can Rob sit there and tell that person that, no, you can't do that? No, because people have done that. But what I, in good conscience, am going to do is use common sense here and say the odds are against you that you're going to make $400 or $500 in your first month. Okay. Because what do, Miss Marie? They sign up people that are less than them. If they're a 5, they're going to sign up 4s, 3s, 2s, and 1s, which are on the list like you're talking about. Right? So that's all I'm going to say about it now. We'll do an episode on it in the near future. But the point is, Miss Marie, I would not sign somebody up like that because I'm adding to their misery and not helping them. And I would feel absolutely horrible. I would rather focus on the people that have the money and are ready to go. And they're not worried about the first couple of checks. They just want to know, hey, what do I have to do to put this thing together? Okay, right?
Well, absolutely. And there's a mindset component there again. And we've touched on this in previous episodes too. It's about building a business. And if you're going to do any type of business, there's some sort of investment aspect to it. There's an upfront cost in terms of capital, both money and time, and potentially other resources in order to get a business going and have it become profitable. But of course, again, that's where the network marketing industry is at so much of an advantage, because if you look at that, it's usually called like a J chart. If you see a typical business, you start it up and you run in the negative, you run in the red for a couple, 3 years before you actually come to a point where you break even and maybe start making a profit. So the network marketing industry accelerates that exponentially. Yes, there's an investment both of money and time, but you don't have to wait 2 years in order to start, getting that return on investment and then generating a profit. But there is still aspects to it involved. And oftentimes I think what I found, a lot of people who are kind of in that desperate need of money don't have the background or the knowledge of how a business actually works either. There's still very much that job mindset, trading time for money. And that's not a bad thing. And it's not necessarily a poor person thing either. Doctors and lawyers, they're trading time for money, right? They're just billing at an exponential rate to the average person. But having a job, putting in X amount of time and knowing you're going to get X amount of money for that time invested, it's a huge aspect of security for a lot of people that they need. They're not cut out for that entrepreneurial or business mindset where, you may invest time and you may not earn the amount that you thought you would.
Right. And you know what? When they're in that situation, Miss Marie, they make irrational decisions because they're so stressed out and they're frantically looking for a way to make money. And unfortunately, that is something that will come back and bite them in the butt because of the fact they're so frantic and irrational at that moment that they make a bad decision. And that's the main reason why I will not. I've had people in that situation and I sat them down and said, look, I don't feel comfortable doing this. And here's why. Yes, you're going to make money, but you know what? Every person's different. I can't tell you that you're not going to make $500 in your first month. Typically, people work their first month to make back what they invested. Okay. And I can't tell you that 6 months down the road that you will be making money or will not be making money. And I would tell them, say, look, 97, 98% of the people that come in this business fail. They don't make money. They make a little bit here and there. And that's the standard, no matter what industry it is. But here's the thing. You got to be committed to doing what the 2 to 3%ers do. And it's hard work. It's a commitment, and I would make sure they understood. It sounds like I'm talking them out of it, but I'm not. I'm being realistic. My conscience, when I lay down at night, I want to make sure that I was honest. And if they do ask my opinion, I say, well, to be honest with you, I would not encourage under the conditions you're in right now to make this decision. It's going to add extra stress to what you already have. I think that, selling some of the things that you have that you don't need right now or getting a second job, whatever, will end up helping you better than what this will at this moment. Revisit it later. I've done that. And I'm glad that I did that because I was honest. I had some people join. I had some that listened to what I had to say. So Who knows? It's a personal decision, but at least I did what I was supposed to, and that's be responsible with the business, But there are people out there that will sign anybody up. They'll say, "Oh no, that's that's on them. If they don't make their own money back, that's their fault." I just can't do that.
Well, yeah, and there are individuals out there who will prey upon that as well, especially if the network marketing company they're with, that compensation plan really is weighted heavily towards the recruiting aspect rather than, moving product volume sales. If there's a high level of
they don't do that.
Yeah. If there's a high level of commission associated with actually signing up new business partners, there are people that will, unfortunately, kind of focus on that, and they don't care, as long as they get the sign up. Whether or not the person lasts long term, makes any money, doesn't matter, as long as they've brought them into the business and they're making money off of them. And that's one of the aspects, unfortunately, that gives the network marketing industry a kind of a black eye.
Sure.
There are plenty of people that have experienced that. I think that's one of the more common threads I hear when talking to people, and you get that sense, you've had a bad experience in network marketing. Tell me about that. There's some element to that in the story usually.
Right. And I've had people say, "Rob, I really appreciate your honesty," because they realized I could have signed them up or put pressure on them or did the salesman approach, and I didn't do it. And they were very grateful. So you guys might ask yourself, where do you guys get all this knowledge? How do I get that knowledge? Well, guess what? As you know, we are offering free gifts. They're available on our website, themlmsolution.net, themlmsolution.net. As you can see, we have 3 of them right here. These are ebooks, audio files, and video files that in each one of these packages. And these products are a result of the things that we're talking about, and not only today, but in all of our episodes. And that is knowledge that we've gained firsthand ourselves, and sometimes from the masters themselves. And what we've done, we put it in ebook form. These ebooks are short and to the point. They're very informative, and they address real issues that you need to know about. For instance, the 4 critical mistakes most networkers make. Look, guys, there are 4 critical mistakes even the veterans make that will eat away at the very foundation of success that you're working so hard to put into place. Okay. And unfortunately, a lot of these people have no clue they're making these mistakes. Don't be one of those people. Learn these things. This is free. You see the word free there? Free gifts available on our website. Why would you not download those? Learn it. It's an easy read, about 8 pages. I think our longest ebook's only 20 pages long, and these are not small font, dense material. Okay, this is easy to read, quick to read, but very clear and concise material that will help you understand the pitfalls as well as the great advantages of the knowledge we are sharing with you. And so what you have on the other side is the 5 simple steps to success, which perfectly complements the 4 critical mistakes. You want to know what it takes to make it in this business? There's 5 simple steps that make up the very basic foundation of the business building process. Why would you not want to know that? If you combine those 5 simple steps that make up the basics of the business building process, and you learn the 4 critical mistakes, you are going to become a focused business building machine. You cannot beat that. Who doesn't want to be a focused business building machine capable of achieving great stuff sooner rather than later? All right. And the 0 to Networking Hero will help bring all of that together. Once again, free on our website. You cannot miss out on this because it's free. There's nothing to buy. Additionally, while we're at it, our Black Friday, as we said, runs till the end of the year. If you go there, it is a limited time once you get on the page, but we are running this Black Friday special, $49.95. Normally, our sale price on this is $99.95, a savings of $50. And when you go to the page, you will see all the great product that is available. And this price is going to go up after the new year, so don't miss out. $49.95 right now between now and the end of the year, this package is normally retail $299.95. And when you see all the product, all the videos, all the audios, et cetera, you will see why this price is an amazing price. All right. With that being said, Miss Marie, we're done with the educational portion of the show for the people. To let them know it's available.
Actually, I want to tack on to what you just said. There is, we talk about the fact we're just a week out from Christmas. What do you get the people in your organization? I would suggest perhaps you would like to send them an email wishing them happy holidays and say, hey, by the way, I got you a gift. Go to themlmsolution.net and download these 3 free programs.
Yeah.
Rob and Marie said I could give them to you.
There you go. And there's bonuses with those too.
Well, and I was going to say, make your team aware of it, because again, it's about duplication. And what's going to happen if you equip your team with the same information you're gaining, if you help leverage their success, that's only going to build your success in business as a result. So definitely share that. Find a creative way to do it. Do it as a little, Christmas gift, no skin off your nose, or ours for that matter. I mean, we'd love to have you share that information with as many people as possible.
I agree. Well put. And guys, we once again, we talk about the ugly side of the business, because we want you guys to be aware there are unscrupulous people out there that will mislead you. And that's the reason why they don't like us. They are silver tongue. I hate using the word devils, but that's pretty much what they end up being, because they only care about the money. They don't care about you or your success. And Miss Marie and I have touched on that before, not in a lot of great detail. But the thing is, there are people out there that will sign you up, and the moment that they've got you on the hook, you will not hear from them again. They'll disappear. They won't answer your calls. And you say, oh, no, there's no way they would do that. Give it a shot. Find out for yourself. You will see. Miss Marie's lived it. I don't know if I ever have, Miss Marie. I think I might have, but I don't remember. My memory, if I did, I guess I would remember it. So I would say the chances are I never did. But Miss Marie has, and it is a horrible thing. And I cannot tell you, Miss Marie, how many times I've heard that from people. They say, thank you so much for being available and teaching us how to make the business go, because we have had episodes in the past where we signed up with a company that we're excited about, we're ready to work, and we never heard from anybody again. And that broke my heart, but it also astounded me that people would do that to other human beings. And how, they have real fortitude, Miss Marie. After going through that, they believed in the business model and they believed in human beings enough to come back and try it again. That's crazy that people would do that to other fellow human beings. It's not hard to stand up and do what you say you're going to do and be honest, but it's horrible. And then what it is, Miss Marie, those people that, like you said earlier, that focus on the recruiting side of it, they're making their money off their recruiting. They're really good at it. And you know what, Miss Marie, they're lazy. They don't want to learn the business. They don't want to teach people the business. They just want to recruit. And once they do that, they're gone. And that's horrible.
Well, it is, and unfortunately, it's one of those aspects where I've always heard the phrase, "Don't let the turkeys get you down." If you see the value in the business and the potential for what it can do for you, your lifestyle, your income, your time freedom, you still want to pursue it. You don't let those. I don't want to call any names, but you don't want to let those people get in your way and prevent you from achieving that. Don't let them turn into an excuse that keeps you from what your potential is.
Very good point. That's probably one of the most important points you made. Don't let what they did to you, like she said, affect your future success, by just freezing in your tracks, saying, well, I'll never do that again. They got me one time, and, don't let that happen. Really, Miss Marie, no matter what you do in life, make an effort and let either the success or the lack of success pave a new path for you. And what I mean by that is, if you're doing something for a while, because every business takes a while to get off the ground, to catch traction, and they're all different. You don't know. But there's a point where you say, okay, I've given honest effort. I've done 100%. I feel totally comfortable that I did the right things. It did not catch traction. And that can send you off on another path. It could be, whatever. There's many stories where people were trying different things. And it's no different than your children growing up. And they say, Mom, Dad, I want to play the guitar. And they try it, and they're like, no, I want to play the violin. And they try it. No. And then they say, well, I want to try the flute. And they try that, and it's no. And then they say, you know what, I'm done with music. It's obvious I don't have the rhythm. I'm going to go try sports. And then they try, soccer. And then in gym. Okay, what they're doing is they're sifting through to see where they fit. And some kids will, only make 3 or 4 changes. Some may make 10 and then say, oh, this is what I want to do. I want to work on cars. Okay, this is cool. Or they might say, hey, I really enjoy soccer. This is what I want to focus on. You don't know, and it's no different as an adult. We think because we're adults that we can use the brain and the experience that we've gained over our lives to make more intelligent and quick decisions. And sometimes, Miss Marie, even as adults, you have to go through 4 or 5 things before you find your little niche. And meaning that you don't want to spend too long on one thing that's not working.
Well, that's true. And I think that particularly applies to business and things where you want to achieve a certain level of success. But it's also one of those areas, and I'm going to go off on a tangent a little bit here. I think it's one of those areas today where we put too much pressure on kids and young people to be successful right out of the gate. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You need to go in and be really good at something. So people will try something, a sport or a hobby or whatever it may be. And, well, I'm not going to do that again because I'm not good at it. And it's like, well, the point isn't always to be good at things. It's to find those things that you enjoy, the things that you like doing. Yeah. I mean, you can't always look at things and think, well, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to be any good at it. Well, guess what? We weren't good at anything when we first started. I mean, I don't really remember learning how to walk, but I've watched enough children that when they're learning how to walk, they're face planting more often than not, right? But they don't quit. They don't stop.
That's right.
Eventually they get the hang of it and then they're running. I mean, they don't even walk anymore. 2-year-olds, I don't think 2-year-olds know how to walk. They're constantly moving at a fast pace.
That's right.
So, some of the skill building comes with time. So, you have to be careful about the level of expectation you come into a new activity or a new business with. And network marketing isn't a lot different in that regard. I mean, there are people that they'll look at it from the outside and go, I'd never be good at that. And it's like, well, you don't really know until you try. You might be surprised.
Yeah.
What's one of the most common things? It's like, oh, I don't like sales. I'm not good at sales. Well, the network marketing industry, it's about selling product. It's about moving that volume. So yes, there's sales involved, but there's sales in everything, honestly. But it's not about the selling. It's not about being, again, that used car salesman. It's about teaching people how to do the business, training people how to do the right things, learning those aspects of the consistent and correct business building activities that we always talk about. Yeah. So I've never felt that network marketing was sales oriented, although it is, because you have to move product, right? That's the only way you get volume. That's what makes a business legitimate. And yeah. One of my favorites was always, talking to people. I don't do sales. It's like, are you married? Well, if the answer is yes, you did a pretty good sales job there at some point. Right. And you probably failed at some point too. If you were dating someone and they dumped you or vice versa, you dumped them, you didn't stop and go, well, yeah, that dating thing, that's just not for me.
No, you're absolutely right. And I was going to use that same analogy. It's funny that you diverted to that because she's right, guys. Look, when you get dressed up, you do your hair, put lipstick on, and when you women, when you guys get dressed up.
I was going to say, I love it when Rob puts lipstick on.
You caught that, huh?
I did.
Okay, so anyway, the point is, guys, is that whenever we get dressed up to go out to attract another mate, that is a sales job. I mean, that's what you're doing. And when you say, I got to be on my best behavior, that is a sales job. You're trying to attract, because we're all visual. What I hate, Miss Marie, which I'm not going to get off because I want to make this a short episode. We're visual human beings. We're sexual human beings. And people try to deny that. You're attracted to another person by the way they dress. Because typically what happens is, Miss Marie, either the way they're dressed or something else, their smile, their eyes, their hair, there's something about them that initially catches your attention. And you say, I like what I see there. I want to learn more about that person. And that's where you meet them for coffee and ask questions. And the process is the same over and over. Okay. And to deny that is deny the human aspect of what? Human interaction and attraction. We are what we are, and that's the basics. Well, when you dress up to hopefully capture the attention of someone that you may potentially like, that is a sales job. Okay. Now, I disagree a little bit with what Ms. Marie said a while back. Network marketing is about sales. The product has to move. There's no doubt about it. And because you have to sell yourself to attract a mate, guess what? The sales mode, if you want to use that term in network marketing, especially with the business building system that we do, the product is the opportunity. And what is the opportunity? It is, as we have said over and over, it's the opportunity of the timing of that company at that moment. If you run into a new company and it's relatively new, the timing is absolutely essential, and that is your product. The timing to join this company is now, because it's going through exponential growth, and that's where 70% of the wealth is created. That's what you want. You want to be part of that wealth creation so that you can get your piece of that wealth pie. Okay. So the real product is the opportunity to join this company now. Okay. And how do you sell that? Because you, like she said, it is sales, but what you're selling is the timing, and you have to use the music to the ears message to paint that mental picture in their head that, hey, I have found a company that is at the right time in its growth cycle where we type into this thing, we have a real chance of creating wealth for ourselves and having an incredible lifestyle. So that is, you are with that message, that music to the ears message, by the way you dress, by your posture, by your confidence. What are you doing? You're selling yourself while you're using the message, the music to the ears message, to sell the opportunity of what this company is presenting to you and to your prospect. Okay. So you're doing two sales things there. You dress nice, you look nice, you own the message, you're delivering it with confidence, your posture is right. Yet all of that instills confidence in your prospect. And then the music to the ears message paints that mental picture in their mind of what's available and what it could possibly do for them. Okay. And that may be what they're looking for. So I wanted to clarify that so you understood, number one, what the product is, number two, what the sales job is, or what sales jobs are taking place. But you move the product. She's right. And that's where the threshold of profitability comes in, the 100 PV. Now you're moving product. Okay. And you're not really selling them on the product. You just tell them, hey, you've got to do 100 PV, pick a product out of the line of the company, whether that's makeup, skincare, nutrition, whatever the juices, whatever the case may be. And they got a long line of products. Just make sure that you are getting something that you will use on a weekly, daily basis, whatever, and you're good to go. So I just wanted to clarify that real quick, Miss Maria, and that is a golden nugget, maybe a platinum level nugget there.
Well, here's the platinum nugget in it all. People don't like to be sold.
No.
But they like to buy.
Yes.
People don't like to be convinced to buy something. Like when they're feeling like they're being sold, that used car salesman feeling, that doesn't work well. But people have needs, they have wants, they have desires. When they're presented with something that they want to buy, they want to buy. So that's really what we're doing with the Music to the Ears message. And I think that was kind of the point I'm making. We are able to present it in such a way that people don't feel sold. They're presented with an opportunity that they can say yes or no to.
That's right.
And the way we teach it is we're not going to spend time convincing them, right? That's where the love them and leave them comes in.
That's right.
So yeah, absolutely agree there.
Yeah. And I knew that's what you meant. It was just the way it was coming out was a little bit different. I didn't want people to get confused over it. So we cleared it up, and that's all that matters. As long as they understand what the process is. And as we close, because we're going to close this, we covered everything we wanted to talk about. Guys, we're not afraid of the word sales. I don't care what you say. I did for a long time because I knew I didn't like to be sold, as she just stated. And additionally, I know that other people don't like being sold. And I thought that sales was a 4-letter word. And even though it's 5 letters, but you get my point. All right. But it was a 4-letter word that people ran away from. And I totally get it. As I said in a few episodes ago, if I go to a car lot, which I don't do, I buy cars from individuals. But anyway, the point is, if I go to a car lot and the car salesman comes up and introduces themselves, and I say, hey, just give me some room. If I am looking to buy, if I find something, I'll let you know. If I don't, I'll move on. I'm honest with them up front. I'm polite about it. But if they leave me alone and I do find a car I like, I will go into the office and straight to them. Okay, because they honored my request. They did not try to sell me. And I'm going to reward that by buying a car from them if I find what I'm looking for on the lot. Okay, now I'm not afraid of the word sales in any way, shape, or form. We're not playing the word on the word sales. We just said, as I clarified things, I used the word sales 3 or 4 times. Okay, you are selling yourself when you're dressed nice, your posture, your confidence. That's exactly what's going on. So regardless of whether you're trying to find a mate or whether you're sharing this business with someone, you are in a sales mode, right, Miss Marie?
Yeah, I agree.
And during job interviews, you are doing the same thing. And so you got to acknowledge that. You just got to acknowledge that, hey, life is about sales, whether it's product or yourself. So, all right, Miss Marie, I think we covered everything. Guys, if you will, please go to our YouTube channel, like, share, comment, whatever the case may be. There, we appreciate it when you do. I do look at the comments and I do answer them. And Miss Marie, people need to subscribe because we need their help in spreading the word about what we're doing and what we're bringing to the table. And you can play a role in our success and in helping your fellow network marketers across the globe. You can do that by subscribing to our YouTube channel and hitting the little bell twice to get notified when we go live and when we upload new content. And additionally, if you will, give us a thumbs up during the live shows. We really like that. I'd really love to see the dancing bears or dancing women. It's one of the two. I've seen them rarely, but I have seen them. And if you will, give us a thumbs up on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. And the Facebook page, you can share, as you know, there's all kinds of options there, emojis and all kinds of crazy stuff. And so if you will do that as well, once again, go to our website, themlmsolution.net, themlmsolution.net. And use the hashtag, the MLM Solution, to share our various podcasts and our platforms, social media platforms with our fellow network marketers. And once again, do not forget about our sale, Black Friday sale until the end of the month. Save $50 on this wonderful package. If nothing else, go there and look at what the package entails. You'll be blown away by the volume of product you get for a measly $49.95. Okay, and the sale is limited. Once you get there, you will see what I'm talking about. Additionally, don't forget about the free gifts on our main page at themlmsolution.net. Each one of those has an ebook, video, and audio in that package. And as Miss Marie said, share it with your downline. Give it to them as a gift. They're free. As you can see, the word free there. They are free. Yeah, everybody should be downloading this. You will see firsthand the knowledge that we have gained ourselves over the years and have put into print and other formats as well for you so that you can learn what we teach and what we have learned ourselves and how to make this business go. That being said, Miss Marie, I think we're good to go, don't you?
I do believe so.
All righty, guys. Well, Monday's topic is going to be this. Next Monday, company jumping. Okay. We talked about network marketing junkies, how they will try and do multiple companies at one time or move from one company to the other. That is not the same as what we're going to be talking about in this episode. Company jumping is a bad thing. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to explain why it's a bad thing, why you do not want to do it. So you don't want to miss that episode. Once again, share the upcoming episode number 98, Miss Marie. We're going to hit number 100 next week. Share with our fellow network marketers so they can also hear this important information. Company jumping, you do not want to do it, and we'll tell you why next Monday. All right, Miss Marie, with that, I think we're ready to go, right?
Have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern.
Everybody, God bless. See you later.
Thank you for listening to the MLM Solution Podcast. For more info, visit our website, themlmsolution.net. Please follow us on the following platforms: Facebook, YouTube, etc. And share this podcast with our fellow network marketers around the world by hitting the share button on our various platforms.